Well, good morning everyone. You join me on a particularly cold Sunday morning. And what we're going to try and do today is sort this out. This is my very trusty, I'm going to move the camera down so you can actually see it. This is my very trusty Husqvarna 365. I've had this for donkey's years and it's been sat in that shed while I've been at university and fucking around with everything for the last few years. So I took it out the other day to start it up, wasn't having any of it, and I figured to myself, well, in all fairness, it has been sat for, fucking 4 years in a cold ass shed, so it's probably could do with a bit of love. So anyway, so I thought today what we might do is you might try and restore it. I bought a carb kit and just a general service kit for it, and I figured that might actually be quite a nice thing to do. Oh, this is off to a great start. Why are they not fitting on? There you go. But as with most things, we'll have to sort of see how we get on with it a little bit. And see how much I remember as well, because it's been a couple of years since I did things with chainsaws. But to be fair, they're all relatively straightforward. 2-stroke engines, they're not that complicated. So hopefully we can try and engineer this bad boy. But yeah, there we go. Loosen the chain off a little bit. Buzz these off. So when you're taking the chain cover off, you always want to make sure your chain brake is off so the chain can spin. Otherwise you'll just... I think depending on, if I remember rightly, depending on what type of clutch you've got, if you've got an inboard or outboard clutch, I'm pretty sure these professional ones are all inboard. I might be talking shit. Yeah, they're all inboard. Well, some of them are anyway, I know some of them aren't. But this is grot-tastic. Oh, the chain's still pretty sharp. I'm going to put you over here while I fuck around with this. That is grim in there. Just one of those things where, like, obviously I've not looked at this thing for... Look at the state of that, look. I've not looked at this thing for fucking years. Let's try and get some of this cheese off of it, shall we? Oh, actually it's not too bad, it's just oil and crap. To be honest, for 4 years of being sat, I think that's pretty good. It's just a bit crusty. Some shit in the chain cover and the clutch. Sort of feel like getting this thing actually fixed and kind of getting it through a proper day. Just running it for a bit. It's probably going to burn all this crap off and get rid of it all. But the thing still spins. We might need to think about maybe getting a new clutch at some... a new drive sprocket at some point. So that doesn't look super Gucci. Super gucky. Right. Let's get the fucking spark plug changed. That'll be the first thing to do. Keep an eye on Pasty wherever she's gone. Hip. If it's clean in here. Pasty, where have you gone? You've gone in the woods. That dog, honestly. It's all clean on the inside. I'm sure she'll come back in a minute. What are you doing? Yeah, she is in the woods. Get out of there. Right. But yeah, normally with these, because they're quite straightforward, simple engines to work on, you can normally just give them a bit of a clean, give them a bit of love. And have a little look. Let's have a look in there. So there's any shit in here. The centre wall. Not too bad. Yeah, it's a little bit black on the old spark plug, but it's not horrific. Let's drop a new one in. Right, come on, Radmore, don't fuck me with this. Same, aren't they? More or less. At least then we'll get a good spark. You don't have to fucking tighten these up like your fucking He-Man, by the way. Just a good snug up and they should be fine. The amount of times I've worked in a company and the fucking guys just wrenching on these things and they're just splitting their heads and you're like, what are you fucking doing, man? The compression on these things is not much. You just don't need that much power. Right, let's try and figure out how the fuck this comes apart. I'm pretty sure I've had this apart before, you know. Let's try and figure it out. I could have sworn it was just what I had off, yeah. Okay, before we get too excited, we'll do the fucking filter, because that's going to make my life not a nightmare, but once that's done, that's will be. Excuse me. Right, get something clean. Quick that out. Been deep in every weekend. I can hear horses. Oh yeah, okay, that might also have not been helping the situation, because that is also grimtastic. Pop a new nice one in. That'll be good. Hit that one in there. Right. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I have already had this changed. But I mean, it has got fuel in it. I wonder. I wonder. This might be a very short video. I don't know. We'll give it a go. Normally, Husqvarna are pretty. I rate them because they're normally very good. Kill switch off. This doesn't have a bubble, does it? No, it does not. Man, you should know your fucking saw. I'm pretty sure that was a little fire then, wasn't it? You're going to shit yourself if this goes off, Pasty, I tell you. Don't try this at home. Okay. Simple answer to that question is no. But in all fairness, it has been a while. So it's getting fuel. Okay, how the fuck do we take this out then? Does it just? Of course, all the fucking all the fuel lines are now all going to be full of fuel, so they're all going to piss fuel everywhere. Get that off. Return line. That's that off. Ladies and gentlemen, I have discovered the problem, and the problem is me. Who'd thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? You have to take this top cover off first. I can't believe I forgot that. But there we go. Because I remember having this off. I'm pretty sure it was this one. It might have been my other one. Because obviously there's only 2 bolts here. That's slightly less than ideal. Because obviously I can never really afford to have nice things. Excuse me. Because I could never really afford to have nice things. When I started off, there we go. When I started off, I used to have to work. I used to have to work with machinery that I had not found, but bought. But none of it was ever new. All the stuff I always had was always a bit shit. If you're cold, go inside. All the machinery I had was a bit pants. So I used to have to spend quite a long time sort of learning how to fix these things, and then that was kind of how I sort of managed to make myself kind of. That's just gonna. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the situation. That comes off. This throttle doohickey comes off as well, like that, and then that should. I think there's 2 bolts on that diaphragm. I'll get that one off as well. Look, we'll see what fucking size they are. They look like they might be 4s. Look at that. Any bolts I can see holding it in. These might just be for this one though. I currently have a cut on my thumb as well, my right thumb. I was fitting some my accessory lights and everything. Yeah, these look long enough to be suitable. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that big boy. I was fitting some accessory lights and stuff on my truck yesterday, and I had to take one of the one of the trim panels out, and it was plastic. I ended up actually cutting myself, and it was very, very sore. It's like a paper cut. It's gone right down the middle of my thumb. Alright, that can go there so I can forget where I've put it later. That should then just, in theory, does that not just slide out? Or have I missed bolts somewhere? That was a good noise. Hey! And there is the carb. With the carburation adjusters. That is one Walbro carb. Let's just give it a bit of a refresh. I'll put you down here. I've got some brake cleaner in the shed. We're not too worried about using a bit of brake cleaner because we're replacing the gaskets anyway, hence having a refurb. So I could have sworn it was this one I had off. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I'll give that a minute to dry off. Get my hands to stop stinging. I'm trying to get something a bit more clean to put this stuff on because I don't really want to have to. Well, come on then, let's put you inside. 2 seconds. Come on. Right, this will probably work a bit better. I can use maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of this, put that in my pocket. That'll be enough to make it a bit cleaner. We'll pop that there, and then this like that, and then wow, look at that. Okay, let's fuck this up. So I'm pretty sure I did have this one because I remember when I bought it, it was a little bit temperamental. Yeah, I remember it being a bit of an arse. So never really wanted to start. It would always, like once it started, it was sort of fine, but it didn't really want to start, and that's not really been my experience with huskies. I should probably say, obviously, there's a couple of videos on my old YouTube of me climbing and cutting and stuff. I sort of went on to do not a load, but quite a lot of tree work. Okie dokie, let's just try and remember how this goes. So let's get this and this. What we'll do is we'll open that up. That's the new diaphragm, that'll be the new things there. Let's pop that one there. Let's get a bit of this tissue. We don't want to do this, let's just clean this up a little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of somewhat watching the time because I'm expecting a phone call any minute. So, that one comes off. That's all of that bit, which will be that bit there. And that's the actual rubber. Looks like it's been pretty stitched in. Oh yeah, it's just fucked. Let's get rid of that. Don't really want to do this. It's definitely the wrong tool to use. I wonder if any bit of brake clean will loosen it up a little bit. Yeah, you can see all this stuff's been caked in there, look. It's just where the gasket's just disintegrated. I mean, it might not be the problem, but it's definitely going to be a problem. I might have to move this inside, actually. Use a razor. That's probably what I'm going to do. Move this inside and use a razor, I think, to clean that off. Maybe some sandpaper of some description, because there's crap on this side as well. Look, there's stuff in there. That's what the diaphragm is. We'll do that one. See if that's just as bad. No, we won't. We'll one thing at a time. Otherwise, we'll forget what we're doing. Okay, right, we're back. Got a new carb kit in here, so we've got a new, I'll show you. So, we've got a new set of baffles and everything all on this one. This top bit comes off, and this is where the actual, I believe this is called the diaphragm, back here, the little float diaphragm. That's all been changed as well. So we've got new gaskets in there, and a new diaphragm, as well as a new load of diaphragms and shit in there. So hopefully, hopefully that should be everything we need to get this thing fucking going. So what we'll do now is we'll put this back on the power head. We don't need any of this shit out anymore, I'm pretty sure. We just need... that can go back over here. But yeah, I ended up having to clean some of it out, because some of the gasket... I remember it was this one I took apart last time. Because I remember the gaskets were a bit fucked. And I had to... yeah, I had to arse around with the... with getting the gaskets out, and they were all a little bit knackered, so... I do remember it was this one. But we've got that one squared away now, so that should be fine. Get the adjusters in there. Now, reasonably sure this just popped in, didn't it, last time? It's got two little guide pins. Let's just... is that gonna... might just... pull this back out, and hopefully this will be enough to get the thing going. That'll be the... so you can maybe take that out. Is that just going to pop out? I think it will. Let's try and get this in there then. On you bitch, in you get. Right, we're in, ladies and gentlemen. One carb cleaned with new diaphragms and shit. Let's put these bolts back in. Oh, like a fucking glove. Look at that. Do Speed these up. Again, these are all like small. There's no need to be fucking He-Man and get them on tighter than a fucking nun's vagina. You just need to get them nice and sketched up so they hold nicely. That is tight enough. Reconnect the choke. Just clicks in there. There you go, in there. That's in there. Reconnect the throttle cable. Happy days. Right, connect the fuel lines. That's the return line. That's the pump into the diaphragm. So yeah, the way carburetors work is that they have the... So it's all gravity fed, right? So the fuel goes into the diaphragm, which is like a little, it's like a little circle, and it's a little bit of plastic, like felt thing, and it lifts up and then kind of pushes it down. That pushes it through all the valves and everything here, which then obviously goes in through the jets. So when you open up your throttle, it sucks fuel in through the jets into the air, and then obviously mixes in the carburetor and then goes into the cylinder. And then obviously you have a drain on the bottom, which is what those other little flaps were on the bottom end, and that then gets drained back into the fuel tank. It's pretty much basically how it works. Right, what are we going to do now? That's that all on. That's got a new spark plug in there. That's good. Let's put it all back together. Because to be fair, if it still doesn't fucking work, we're probably going to be a bit up shit creek. What I will do is I will turn the idler screw all the way in, and then turn it out half a turn. Or a whole, I think it's 1.5 turns, isn't it? That'll get it at least running, then I can tune it. Right, this cover goes on next. Go on and get your bitch. There we go. See that on there. I can get plugged in. Where's my bolt? Oh, it's still in there, that's why. Cool. That's on there, get the air filter on there. And then, ladies and germs, we should be alright. Like I said, we've cleaned it all off, so we should be off to the races. Let's try and not rip my fucking skin off like I did last time. That's what it was. It was the fucking thing. Happy days! Woo! That is good. That is very good. Very happy with that. Very happy with that. Okay, that's good. Obviously, quite a lot of shit coming out of the exhaust. It's not been started in like fucking 3-4 years. So in all fairness, this is why you always buy Husqvarna, or you always buy a fucking professional grade saw. If you go for like, your fucking home lights or your, well, maybe not home lights, but if you go for your fucking garden variety shit, it's like, you can't just, have it sat for a couple of years, bang a new fucking spark plug and a carb kit in it and it works. It just doesn't work that way. Right, so now what we need to do is I should have got some chain oil the other day. I actually got any in here. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I goosed. Oh no, that's completely fucking dry. Okay, I'll get some chain oil then. when I'm out. And then we'll get some chain oil while I'm out. I'm probably get a new bar and chain. Probably don't need a new bar and chain. But I don't know, that looks a bit past its fucking sell by date. There's a lot, well, there's a lot of room on it. There's a lot of space on that chain, to be fair. It's not old. It's just whether or not it's all, no, it's moving all right. I don't know. Maybe run it through and cut some wood, get rid of some of this shit off of it, and it'll be fine. But there we go. That is a success for today. That's a very good win for today. I'm happy with that. And then the next thing to do will be to get the fucking battery in that car, get that one fucking moved out of the way, pick up that trailer behind me over there, take that over to my mum, and we're going to call today a success. But let's just bang this on here first. And we'll go from there. One of those things, you can't really tune a chainsaw either unless you, well, you can, but you kind of need to have it in wood really to tune it all properly. Because if you're not careful, you can make them 4-stroke and stuff, and it's not very good. Go on in the drive link, come on, in you get. So we just fucking clean some of this shit out of here first. All these fucking shrooms in here. Just for it's just been fucking sat for so long. Oh, fuck this. Brake cleaner, bitch. Fucking love brake cleaner. Here is some of this extra shite. Look at that, look. Grim. Yeah, fuck off. Pasty, where have we gone? Hip! What you doing? You been a good girl? Happy days. Right, let's get that in there. There we go. These 2 bolts on. Oh, I'm so happy that worked. I was thinking to myself, I was just like, well, this is what I was saying earlier on, is like 2-stroke engines, they're actually quite straightforward. They're quite easy to work on, because it's a sort of like, you know, there's not really too much to them. So it's one of those kind of things where it's just sort of a bit like, it's probably fine. Most of the time, it's probably fine. It's probably about right. Everyone's got a fucking different way of doing chainsaw chains. That's 100%. Normally what I used to do is get a metal table, stick the power head on the table and try and pull it by its chain. So like this, you just pull it, and if you can pull the saw with the chain, and then yank it, and the chain moves, then you know it's probably fine. But it's one of those ones where it's like, again, you probably don't want to be going too extreme with it. Right, let's go one more time. Check the fucking chain everything works. It should go, because it's been hot. That seems fine. That seems fine. A little bit loose on the chain, but fixed. Happy with that. Right, what we'll do, I'm going to go and have a shower. I'm going to end the video there, and then I'm going to fuck off and get that car all sorted. Actually, I'm going to get the car sorted first, then I'm going to have a shower, and then I'm going to fuck off. But thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one.